Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some New York Yankee baseball here on the first day of July. We got the Senators playing in New York against the Yankees, and the starting lineup for the Washington Senators, leading off playing third base, Danny O'Connell, batting second, playing shortstop, Billy Klaus, batting third, playing right field is Gene Woodley, batting fourth and doing the catching is Gene Green. Batting fifth, playing center field is Willie Tasby. Batting sixth, playing first base is Dale Long. Batting seventh, playing left field is Marty Koo. Batting eighth, playing second base is Chuck Coter. And batting ninth and on the mound for the Washington Senators is Carl Mathis. Now the starting lineup for your hometown New York Yankees. Leading off, playing second base is Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop's Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field's Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field's Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth and doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting seventh, playing left field's Bob Cerv. Batting eighth, playing third base is Billy Gardner. And batting ninth and on the mound for the New York Yankees is Bill Stafford. Let's get down to Yankee Stadium, folks, and get this game started. And Danny O'Connell to start this game off. He squares one up against Bill Stafford. And that ball is right on around out there in left center field. Mick goes over and gets it. But Danny O'Connell is going to be standing down at third with a triple, folks. How about that to start a game off? Already a runner on third and nobody out. Brings up Billy Klaus. Yanks are going to bring the infield in early here in the game. That's surprising. And that ball is hit in the center field. Is that going to be deep enough to get O'Connell in? Yes, it is. So just like that, a leadoff triple and a sacrifice fly. And the Senators are up 1-0. Here's Gene. Got the Gene and Gene show up now. Gene Woodley up first. And that ball is hit down to Tony Kubek. He fires over to first for the second out of the inning. And here's Gene Green, the dancing machine. And he squares this ball up, folks. He hits that ball down the third base line, gets a hold of it, and he's standing down at second with a double. So they're squaring these balls up against Bill Stafford here today, folks. So now you got Tasby up with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And Willie hits that ball down to Kubek. Kubek over to Skowron. And that'll end the inning. Senators score 1 on the triple and sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the first. Senators 1, Yankees due up. Richardson, Kubek, and Maris here to face Mathis. And that ball is hit back to the mound. Carl's up with it. He throws over to first for the first out of the inning. Brings up Mr. Tony Kubek. And he gets a base hit in the left field. Gets aboard for the M&M boys here. So you got Tony down at first for Roger Maris. See what Roger can do here today. And that is going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Roger. Can he take advantage of this count? Yes, he can, folks. He hits that ball into the ground at home plate. That's a high chopper. O'Connell's coming in. He won't have no play. He holds on to. That's an infield hit. And the Yankees has got first and second now for the Mick. Got Tony standing down there at second, ready to be drove in. Can Mick come through here for the Yanks? And that is a high pop up on the infield. Infield fly rules in effect. Coder makes the play down at second. And that's 2 outs. So it'll take a 2-out base hit by Scouring to get the job done here. And that ball's lifted into center field. Tasby's got it. The Yankees leave 2, folks. We go to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Senators. We got Dale Long, Marty Koo, and Chuck Coulter due up here. Here's the pitch to Long. And that ball is swung on and missed, strike 3. It's 1 out here in the second. Marty Koo's up now. And that's going to be a pop fly in the center field. Mick charges in. He makes the catch, 2 outs. Here's the other Chuck. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So the Senators get 1 aboard here with 1 out for Mathis. At the very least, that gets him out of the way here. Here's the pitch to Carl. That swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Yankees the Senators leave a runner on at first. We got Howard, Serve, and Gardner due up here in the second for the Yanks. Here's Elston. And that's a base hit in the right field. He goes the other way with it, folks. Gets on here with a leadoff single. Brings up Mr. Bob Serve. Bob's hitting .315 on the year, folks. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out here in the second. Brings up Billy Gardner now. Billy's hitting .296 on the year for the Yanks. And that's not what you want if you're a Yankee fan. That ball's hit down the Klaus. It's short. Over the second. Over the first. That's your 6-4-3 inning double play, folks. So we go to the top of the third. It's still a 1-run lead for the Senators. Have the top of the order due up here. O'Connell, Kloss, and Woodland. Here's Danny Boy. And that's going to be a single into left field for O'Connell. And on the first pitch, he's taking off for second. It's a strike. And he's going to make it in there safe at second base, folks. So now with 1 strike, got a runner in scoring position for Klaus. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that ball is lifted in the left field. I don't think that's going to be deep enough to get O'Connell over. That's 1 out here in the third. Here's Gene Woodland up now. Gene's 0 for 1, grounded out the short his first time up. And he's going to beat out an infield hit, folks. I believe singles through second, rather. And that's going to score O'Connell. And now the Senators lead 2-0. That brings up Mr. Gene Green here with 1 on and 1 out. He doubled his first time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Green. And that ball is hit back to the mound. Can they turn 2? Sorry, it's not hit anywhere. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. He strikes Green out, folks. So 2 out now for Tasby. Tasby's 0 for 1. That's a 2-ball no count on Willie. And he comes back to strike Willie out, folks. But the Senators score 1 on the single, the double and the single, and take a 2-0 lead here into the third. We got Stafford, and then the top of the order, Richardson and Quebec up here against Mathis. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's a fly ball in the left field. 1 out here. And that brings up Bobby Richardson. Bobby's 0 for 1 today. Grounded back to the pitcher. And that's a base on balls. He'll take it. Bobby trots on down the first. Brings up Tony Kubek now. Tony singled his first time up. And he's going to beat out an infield hit this time, folks. Beats that ball in the ground. And we got first and second now for the M&M boys with only one out. See if they can come through here and put the Yanks on the board here. Rogers 1 for 1 with a single his first time up. And he's going to do it again, folks. That ball is hit in the left field. And that's going to score Bobby from second rather. And Kubek's going to stop at second. So the Yankees cut the lead to 2-1. Now the mix-up with runner in scoring position and Roger down at first. Mix 0 for 1. He popped up to second his first time up. And that ball is hit back to the mound. Mathis has got it. Fires over the first. Everybody moves up. So it'll be second and third here for Scouring with 2 outs. And the Moose come up with a base hit here and put the Yankees in the lead here. Got Maris down at second, Kubek down at third. The Moose is 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Yankees get on the board and cut it to a 2-1 lead. We go to the top of the fourth now. We got Long, Marty Koo, and Chuck Coulter due up here in the fourth. Bottom part of the order. Dale Long swings and misses, strike 3. 1 out here in the fourth. Here's Marty. Marty's 0 for 1, flew out the center. He'll take a base on balls this time, though. So Marty's down at first. Here's other Chuck. Chuck Holder's up now. And that ball is hit back to the mound. No, that's not hit anywhere. Sorry about that, folks. I keep forgetting Stafford's got that wild quality. That's a swing and a miss, 2 outs. Brings up Mathis now. Can he strike out his counterpart? And that's a wild pitch by Bill. That puts Marty down at second with a 1-0 pitch. Coming now. And Marty's taking off for third, folks. This is unbelievable. And Howard comes up throwing, and that is an out. He gets thrown out trying to steal third with the pitcher up. What was he thinking, folks? That is some piss poor base running. So we go to the bottom of the fourth now. It's still 2-1 Senators. We got Howard serving Gardner in the bottom part of the lineup due up here against Mathis. Here's the pitch to Howard. He's 1 for 1 today, folks, with a single. And he's going to be 2 for 2 as he drives that ball in the right field, goes the other way with it, gets on with a leadoff single, and brings up Bob's serve now. Bob's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. He ain't striking out this time, folks, because he hits that ball in the center field. And Howard will stop at second. So we got first and second now with nobody out. That brings up Billy Gardner. Gardner's 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play his last time up. Can he get a key base hit and get Howard in? It'll take a nice hit. Howard and Serve don't have much speed on the bases. And that ball is hit in the right field. Let's see if that's deep enough to get Howard over to third, and it's not. So that's 1 out here in the fourth. Brings up Bill Stafford. We're not going to have him bunt here, folks. He got the runner in scoring position. He hit a fly ball in the left field his last time up. And he's going to try right field again. Well, left field is where he hit it the last time. He's trying right field this time. Woodland's got it, and that's 2 outs. So MATHIAS going to get out of this. The first 2 batters get on. It's up to Bobby Richardson now. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Can he have a 2-out base hit to get the job done? No, he doesn't. That ball is hit down the third. O'Connell's up with it. Fires over the first, and the Yankees leave 2 on, folks. We go to the top of the 5th. It's still a 2-1 Senators lead. And MATHIAS is due up now. He was up when they threw Marty out at third. So you got MATHIAS, O'Connell, and Kloss due up here in the 5th. Here's the pitch to MATHIAS. And that is a ground ball down the third. Gardner's got it. Over to Scourin, 1 out. Here's O'Connell. He's been on base both times, folks. He's 2 for 2 with a triple and a single, and he scored. And they finally get him out this time because Billy Gardner's got it. He throws from third over to first. Scourin's got it, and that's a quick 2 outs. Billy Kloss is up now. Billy is 0 for 1 with an RBI. And that ball is popped up behind home plate. Howard right up the chute. He gets it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Stafford. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 2-1 lead for the Senators. We got the big boys coming up. Kubek, Maris, and Mantle. Here's the pitch to Tony. Tony's 2 for 2 today, folks. And he hits that ball down to O'Connell. And that'll be out number 1. Here's Roger Maris now. Roger is 2 for 2 today, folks, with an RBI. And he hits that ball in the deep center field, but Tasby's got room out there near the monuments, and that's 1-2. 2 quick outs. It's up to Mick to keep this inning alive here. And he does, folks. He drives that ball into right field down the first baseline. Mick standing down there at second with a double. That was Mick's first hit of the game. Scourin's coming up again with a chance to tie this ball game up. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out. And he ain't striking out this time, folks, as he hits that ball in the left field. And Mick's going to score and tie this ball game up. So now it's a 2-2 ball game with Scourin down at first for Elston Howard here. Howard is 2 for 2 today. Let's see if he can keep it up. And that ball is deep. That ball is far. That ball is going. Home run to left field. Elston Howard gives the Yankees a 4-2 lead, folks. Just like that, the wheels fell off of MATHIAS's cart. With 2 outs here in the 5th, the Yankees have scored 3 runs, and they're not done yet. No. Bob Serves up. Bob's 1 for 2, struck out and singled. And that ball is hit in the right field. Woodling's got a bead on it, makes the catch. But the Yankees score 3, 2 of them on the Elston Howard home run, and take a 4-2 lead now into the 6th. We got Woodling, Green, and Tasby due up here in the 6th. Here's the pitch to Woodling. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. He pulls that ball down there. Maris gets it on the 1 hop, throws it in. Brings up Gene Green. It's the Gene and Gene show. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Green. And he walks the hard way in Apba with 2 rolls. All of a sudden, Stafford gets a 2-run lead, and he's got the first 2 on, folks. First and second, nobody out for Willie Tasby. And that's what the doctor ordered, folks. That ball's hit down the Kubek, over to Richardson, over to Scourin. That's your 6-4-3 double play. Woodling will end up down at third with 2 outs now, though. for Dale Long. Long is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Can Stafford get the hat trick with him here? And he does. Dale Long strikes out for the third time with a runner on at third. And Bill Stafford gets out of the mess thanks to pitcher's best friend, the double play, and then a strikeout. We got Gardner, Stafford, and Richardson due up here in the sixth. Billy's 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play and flew out to right. And he hits that ball down the short. Billy's got it. He's up with it, throws over the long, and that'll be the first out here. Brings up Bill Stafford. Stafford's hitting 261 on the year, folks. He's 0 for 2 today, though. And he's 0 for 3 because that's a swing and a miss strike 3. 2 outs here in the sixth, but that's what started in the fifth was a 2-out rally. Here's Bobby Richardson. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And he's 0 for 3 as he hits that ball down to Danny O'Connell. Oh, Danny boy. The lights, the lights. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the seventh. Yankees lead by 2. It's 4-2. We got Marty Koo, Chuck Coulter, and a pitch hitter for MATHIAS due up here in the seventh. Here's the pitch to Marty. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And that's going to be a strikeout. Bill Stafford gets Marty. That's a 1 out here. See what Coulter can do now. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field just out of the reach of Quebec. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for MATHIAS. See who the Senators got on the bench to bring in. I think they got all the lefties in the game. Nah, they got Jim King. That's who's going to come up here to pitch hit. What's going on? That's the Yankees pitchers. I want pitch hitter here for MATHIAS. There we go. Where's Mr. King at? There's Jim King. We got 1 out. We got Chuck down at first for Jim. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Maris has got it. That'll be the 2nd out here in the 7th. And that brings the top of the order up now. O'Connell's having a heck of a game here. There's 2 outs with Chuck down at first. He's 2 for 3 with a triple and scored twice. And that ball's hit down to Gardner at third. He'll go the short way over to Bobby. And that'll end the inning, folks. And the Senators leave 1 on. 7th inning stretch time. See who Washington's going to bring in. They don't have much of a bullpen, folks. Not much of a bullpen at all. Let's see who they're going to bring in here. They're going to bring in Ed Hobo to come in here and pitch. He'll be facing Quebec, Maris, and Mantle. The big boys are coming up here against Ed. See how he does here in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch to Tony. Tony's having a good game, 2 for 3. And I think he's going to keep this up, folks. He hits that ball down the second, and he's going to reach on an E4, folks. So just like that, they're not helping out, Ed. Chuck screws the pooch there. Brings up Maris now. Maris is having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. He's hitting 250 on the year, folks, with 30 home runs and 57 RBIs. And that ball is, they plunk him. Ed hits Roger Maris. The Yankees come out of the dugouts, folks. The umpires get in between them. They're having words with Ed. Here comes Mick. Is he going to make them pay for that? Hits Roger Maris. It's first and second. Nobody out here. Mick's 1 for 2. Let's see if he can make them pay. And he's going to get a base hit. And that'll fill the bases. That's an infield hit for the Mick. We got bases loaded now. Nobody out. The Senators are going to have to bring the infield in here. They're down by 2. They can't afford to give up any more runs. Here comes the Moose. Moose is 1 for 2 with an RBI. And that ball is hit in the center field. That's going to be deep enough to score Tony from third. It makes it a 5-2 ball game, folks. With only 1 out now, first and second. M&M boys on. Maris at second. Mick at first. Here's Elston Howard. He's already hit a home run today. He's 3 for 3. And that's going to be ball 4. So Ed may not have hit Roger on purpose. He's all over the place with the ball. But the Yankees thought he did. And here's Bob Serve now with the bases loaded. Senators are going to play back. You got Howard and will slow down at first and Serve not much speed at the plate. They're going to try to turn 2. But that's not going to happen as Bob hits that ball in the left field. And that'll score Mick from second and Roger from third. Everybody else will just go 1 base. We'll still have first and second now, and that just busted this game wide open, folks. It's a 7-2 ball game. Bob served it up. Pun intended. Brings up Billy Gardner now. Billy's 0 for 3. He might be one of the few Yankees that don't have a hit. Might be the only Yankee. Can he get off the snide here? Yes, he can, as he hits that ball into left field. And Howard's going to stop at third. So we still got the bases loaded here. And that might be it for Bill. I think Bill Stafford's going to come out of the game, folks. Bill's going to come out of the game. And let's see here. I think I'm going to let Earl Torson come up here and pitch hit for Bill. Bill's pitched a good game, giving him the rest of the day off with this big lead. Let Earl here have a shot at it with the bases loaded and 1 out. See if he can get an RBI here. Here's the pitch to Earl. And that is hit back to the mound, I believe. Yes, it is. Ed's going to come home with it. And they'll get the force out at the plate. So we still got bases loaded for Bobby Richardson, but there's 2 outs now. So here's the pitch to Bobby. And that is hit down the third. And he'll take it unassisted and step on the base, and that'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 3, and they're up 7-2, folks. And we'll see who's going to come on here to pitch for the Yanks. Probably be Coates or Tex. Probably be Jim Coates. I don't remember him pitching in a while. Yeah, Jim Coates is going to come on here to try to finish this game out, folks. And you got Billy Claus, Woodland and Green due up here in the top of the 8th for Jim. Here's the pitch to Billy. And that ball is hit into right field. Rogers got it for the first out of the 8th. And that brings up Gene Woodley now. Gene is 2 for 3 today with an RBI. And that ball is hit in the center field. Mix back near the monuments. He makes the catch, 2 outs. Brings up the other Gene Green. And that ball is ball 1 to Gene. 1-0 count. And he's going to take advantage of that. He hits that ball down the cue back. That should be an easy out. But Tony throws that ball wide of first. Scourin catches it. But Green's safe with an E6 on the throwing error. Brings up Willie Tasby now with 2 outs and Green down at first. Willie's 0 for 3. Not anymore, folks, because that ball is back. That ball is going down the 296 pole, folks. And that is a home run. And all of a sudden now it's a 7-4 ball game. So the error comes back to bite him in the butt. Here's Dale Long up with nobody on and 2 outs. And that ball is hit back to Coates. And Coates seems rattled as he throws that ball away, folks. And that's going to be a 2-base error. And the Yankees defense is all of a sudden letting them down. And we got Dale Long standing down at second for Marty Q. Sure. Here's the pitch to Marty. And that's a swing and a miss. Jim settles down, strikes him out. The Senators scored 2, make it a 7-4 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 8th. We got Quebec, Maris, and Mantle due up here against Ed. And that ball is squared up by Tony. Tony's having a heck of a game. He's already 2 for 4. He's going to be 3 for 5 with that double in the right field. Quebec standing down at second. Roger's having a hell of a game too, folks. Rogers 2 for 3 with an RBI. Can he get another one here, folks? He hits that ball in the right field. That might be deep enough to get Tony over to third, and it is. Tony standing down at third now with 1 out for Mick. They'll bring the infield in. Well, they might even. They're going to intentionally walk Mick. They're going to walk Mick. Bring up Scourin. And they're going to play the defense back. They're going to try to double up Bill. So we got first and third now with 1 out for Scourin. And that ball is hit down the third. And that ball is going to be thrown down the first. He looks Quebec back. The third. And Mick will head down the second. So we'll have second and third, folks, with 2 outs for Elston Howard. And here's the pitch to Howard. Howard is 3 for 3 today, folks, with a home run and a walk. And that's not going to work this time, though. That's a ground ball down the second. And Chuck will fire over to first. Now to win the inning, the Yankees leave 2-1. We go to the top of the ninth. It's still a 7-4 ball game, folks. We got Chuck up, followed by a pitch hitter and then O'Connell. Here's the pitch to Chuck. And that ball is swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 out here in the ninth of a pitch hitter here for Ed. And that'll be Vale's going to come in here to pitch hit. Senators need some base runners here, folks. Down by 3. Where's Vale at? There's Vale. So Vale's up now with 1 out and nobody on. And that ball is hit down the first. Scourns got it. He'll take it unassisted to the bag. And that's 2 quick outs. That brings up Danny O'Connell. And the Irishman's having a heck of a game, folks. He's 2 for 4. Scored twice. And he keeps it up because he squares this ball up against Jim. And that ball is driven in the right field. The Senators aren't done yet. O'Connell keeps the game alive, folks. He's standing down at first for Billy Kloss. Billy's 0 for 3 with an RBI. And that ball is hit down the Quebec. He'll fire over to Scourin to end this game, folks. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees win 7-4. Let's take a look at the box score here. And the Senators 4 runs on 9 hits and an error. The Yankees 7 runs on 14 hits and 2 errors. Like I say, Danny O'Connell was 3 for 5, folks. Woodling was 2 for 4. And you had Tasby with that home run. And for the Yankees, you had Quebec. Marison Mantle was the heart of the lineup. You had Quebec 3 for 5, and Roger and Mick 2 for 2. You had Howard with that great game. He was 3 for 4 with that home run. And Carl MATHIAS goes 6 innings, gave up 10 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 3, and gave up the home run. Ed comes in and doesn't do much. 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, walked 2. Bill Stafford pitched a great game, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 8. And Jim Coates comes in, pitches 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 unearned runs, struck out 2, and a home run. Let's do some fast play here in the American League. You got the Tigers visiting Baltimore to take on the Orioles. And the Tigers win big. 8 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The Orioles 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. You got the Cleveland Indians traveling to Boston to take on the Red Sox. And Red Sox win a close one. The Indians 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. The Red Sox 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. And you got the Minnesota Twins traveling to Kansas City to take on the A's. And let's see what the story here is. Twins had 4 errors in the game, but it didn't cost them because the Twins win 3 runs on 7 hits and the 4 errors. The A's 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. In the last game in the American Leagues, the White Sox traveling out to California to take on the Los Angeles Angels. And the White Sox win a slugfest here. 11 runs on 14 hits and an error. The Angels 8 runs on 10 hits and an error. Let's take a look at the standings here after the 1st of July. And the Yankees are 3 games up on the Tigers. Orioles fall to 7.5 games back. Twins are 8.5 games back. White Sox are 10 games back. The Los Angeles Angels are 12.5 games back. The Red Sox 15. Cleveland Indians 16.5. The Senators are 23 games back, and the A's are 24 games back, folks. I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching the game here in New York. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders, and on your way out of Yankee Stadium, hit that like button and leave a comment about this game and replay. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.